Okay, let's kick it off with some eye products. So e.l.f. does have a bunch of different eyeshadow formulas on their website, and I like a lot of them. I've tried the majority of them, but I have to say that my favorite eyeshadows that they make are definitely their best friend duos. So each of these come with two different shadows. They come with a matte shadow and then a metallic or shimmer shadow, and they coordinate really well. So if you're a fan of very simple eye looks, you could honestly go in with these and just create a two shadow look and be good to go. My favorite part though is definitely the formula. The matte shadows are very smooth and blendable and easy to work with, and then the shimmer or metallic shadows go on really nicely. They're very pigmented and they stay in place really well. So I don't know, I just wish they would create like an entire palette of this formula because it is so high quality. It's honestly very similar to a lot of my higher end eyeshadows. So if you haven't tried these already, I definitely recommend them. So in general, I'm not the biggest fan of liquid eyeshadows. I prefer more of a powder finish. I just think they're really easy to work with. So I don't have a lot of liquid shadows in my collection, but I did try out these e.l.f. Cosmetics. I forget the exact name. I'll put it on the screen for you. I think they're Aqua Beauty Molten eyeshadows or something like that, and they are so beautiful. I only have two shades, but they do have a bunch of colors on the website, and I'm definitely going to grab the other shades when summer rolls around because that's when I tend to wear them. They're just really easy to work with. I usually blend like a powder shadow into the crease, and then I go in with one of these all over the lid, and I just use my finger to blend it out, and they look really beautiful and really shimmery. I have oily eyelids and they stay in place on me pretty well. I do use an eyeshadow primer underneath, but I would definitely recommend checking them out if you are a fan of liquid shadows. So e.l.f. has a couple of different eye primers on their website, and I like the original and I also like the white eye primer, but I recently tried out the matte to metal eye primer transformer, and it's been my absolute favorite. I actually find myself reaching for this over my Urban Decay primer potion whenever I wear a little bit more of like a shimmer or metallic eyeshadow look. So the way that they market this product I feel like is a little bit deceiving because it says that it's supposed to transform a matte eyeshadow into a metallic or shimmer shadow. So when you apply this, it's very shimmery and very beautiful, but when I apply a matte shadow on top, I feel like the matte shadow is a little bit too opaque or, you know, a little bit too intense to actually, you know, show this product through it, if that makes sense. I think if you're applying a sheer matte shadow, maybe it would work, but in general, I just use this in combination with metallic or shimmer shadows to intensify them. And this one is in like a golden color, so when I wear it underneath the shadow like I'm wearing today, it just kind of gives it an extra pop, it gives it something to stick onto, and it locks my shadows into place all day long. They do have a darker version, and they have a couple of colors on the website, so I do want to grab them because I think if you were doing a smoky eye, the darker version might be really nice as well, so you can kick it off with a little bit of a darker base and really intensify that eyeshadow color. Let's talk about a couple of lip product favorites. They do have so many lip products on their website, and I've tried a lot of them and I like a lot of them, but I wouldn't say they've all become staples in my collection, so I wanted to share my absolute favorites. The first one is the e.l.f. Lip Color Remover, and I feel like this is just kind of a product that a lot of people don't think they necessarily need, and I really love it. I think it's an absolute staple for me. I wear a lot of liquid lipsticks and they're very hard to remove, so I like this product because it's essentially like a blend of oils that breaks down the lipstick and makes it really easy to remove, and it also conditions and hydrates the lips. I know you can go in with like olive oil or coconut oil, but to be honest with you guys, it's just really conveniently packaged. I can keep it in my vanity, but I can throw it in my purse or I can bring it with me when I travel, and I've gone through two of them. They work extremely well to remove the lip product, and they also condition and hydrate the lips really, really well. So I totally recommend checking it out if you're just looking for a very convenient product to remove your liquid lipsticks. The e.l.f. Cosmetics Alissa Ashley lip gloss in the shade Nude Rose is absolutely beautiful. It is one of my favorite products. I just love the formula, the color, the packaging, everything about this. They only came out with one shade, and it's supposed to kind of be a universally flattering shade that Alissa created, and it is really pretty. On me, it's definitely more of a dark nude, but I think if you have a darker skin tone, it would be a little bit more of like a light everyday nude for you. The formula is really nice. It's not a sticky lip gloss at all. It kind of reminds me of the e.l.f. Cosmetics lip oils, but it has a little bit more pigment to it. So it's very lightweight, very smooth, very easy to use, and it doesn't stay in place for a very, very long time. I would say it stays in place for a few hours, but it also wears really nicely. So it kind of fades evenly. The glossy layer wears off, and then you're left with a really pretty like sheer wash of color, and then eventually that will wear off as well. But it's really easy to use. It's just nice to throw in your bag, and it is beautifully packaged. I know, it's important not necessarily to buy products just based on packaging, but I mean, good packaging never hurts. So this is really, really a nice product. So these are the baked blushes. They have 4 shades on the website. I do have all 4 shades, but the lightest shade in Pinktastic is definitely more of a highlight. I don't really think anyone would necessarily consider it a blush. It's a really beautiful color, but I use it more as a highlight. The other 3 make beautiful blushes. They're very gorgeous on the cheeks, and I enjoy the baked formula. I've tried their baked highlighters, their baked bronzers, they have like baked highlighting duos, but honestly, the baked blushes are definitely better quality than the rest. I like the baked highlighters, but you kind of have to scrape off the top layer to get them to work for you, and I don't find that to be the case with the baked blushes. The formula is just a little bit different. I like these because they're very subtle on the cheeks, but they also give you a little bit of a glow, and they're very natural looking, and I'm not necessarily a fan of like very bold blushes. I prefer something a little bit more natural, something that has a nice subtle glow. The e.l.f. Shimmer highlighting powders are absolutely beautiful. I've really been into highlighting, I think I would say for probably about a year, and I have so many highlighters in my collection. I actually just decluttered them the other day, and that video should be up soon, but it was a difficult task because I love highlighters so much. These actually remind me a lot of the Becca Cosmetics Shimmering Skin Perfectors. They're a little bit more on the dry side, and they're not exact dupes, but honestly, once they're on the cheeks, they look so similar that you really can't tell that much of a difference, especially if you pick like coordinating shades. They have a bunch of colors, and I think they have colors that would work well for you if you have a lighter skin tone but also a deeper skin tone. So these are just really, really high quality in my opinion, and I think they are so underrated. So definitely check them out if you guys get the chance. So I've also been talking about the e.l.f. Cosmetics face palettes on my channel for years. I think they are some of the best quality products out there, and they have a lot of options. They have bronzer palettes, blush palettes, contour palettes, and then they also have cream products and then also powder products. So no matter what you're looking for, no matter what skin tone you have, they're going to have something that works for you, because I feel like they really do cater to lighter skin tones and also darker skin tones with their palettes. So each of the palettes comes with 4 different products in them, and the powders themselves are very, very pigmented and easy to use, which I really enjoy. I feel like I tend to go in with a lighter hand because the products can be a little bit too dark for me, which at the same time is a good problem to have because I appreciate that they really try to cater to different skin tones with these products. My favorites would have to be the bronzer palette. I have the lighter version, and a lot of these bronzers are dupes for higher end bronzers. I did film a dupes video, and I think one of them is a dupe for NARS Laguna, and another one is a dupe for the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, which is amazing because I think this entire palette retails for like $6. So you get 4 products for the fraction of a price of a higher end bronzer, and they're very easy to work with, very easy to use on the face. So I love the bronzer palette. The blush palettes are really gorgeous as well, but the blushes are a little bit too dark and bold for my preference. So if you have a medium, tan, or even deep skin tone and you're looking for a good blush palette, I would totally recommend checking them out. Another one of my favorites is the Total Face palette. So if you have a fair to light skin tone, this is going to be a great option for you. It comes with a pink blush, a coral blush, a really nice highlight, and then also a gorgeous bronzer. So I love this for traveling because it's just nice and compact. You can throw it in your bag and you get a couple of different options. And then you can also use the highlighter and bronzer as eyeshadows, at least I personally do. So I love this product. It's been a staple for me for years, and I just think they do a great job with their palettes. So I have tried a lot of e.l.f. skincare products, and I do need to film a video on my favorites, the best and the worst, and kind of walk you through a review on each one. But my absolute favorite e.l.f. Cosmetics skincare product is the e.l.f. Beauty Shield SPF 50 Skin Shielding Moisturizer. If you guys have oily skin, this is going to be an ideal product for you. I always say that this is great for people who feel like they don't need a moisturizer. Sometimes if your skin is really oily, you feel like adding that extra layer of moisture is just too much for you. And I totally get it because my skin is very oily, especially during the spring and summertime. So I always reach for this one. It's my daily go-to because it gives my skin just the right amount of moisture, but again, it also has that SPF 50, which I really enjoy. Some products with SPF can tend to clog my pores or make my skin break out, but that is not the case with this one. one at all. I think it does a great job. It's very, very lightweight. So if you're looking for a very hydrating product, this is not going to be ideal for you. I don't even use this one during the fall and the winter because I feel like it doesn't give me enough hydration, but it's a really great option during the spring and the summertime, or if you have insanely oily skin. Now, if you need that extra dose of hydration, I would totally recommend the e.l.f. Active Hydration Stick. I actually compared the ingredients of this product to their original Prep and Hydrate Balm, the one that comes in the blue packaging, and it's the exact same product down to like the very last ingredient. So really you can go with either option. They cost the same, they work the same, but this is a newer release and I actually tossed my other one because it was getting a little bit old. So this is a good option if you just need a little extra hydration. You can use it all over your face as a primer, as a moisturizer, but I just like to go in after I apply my moisturizer and maybe use this around my nose, between my brows, wherever I struggle with a little bit of dryness or a little bit of irritation. It's very hydrating, very cooling, very easy to use, and so comfortable on the skin. So this is a staple in my collection because I just feel like it comes in handy when I need a little something extra. And if you have dry skin, I really think it might make a great base before you even apply any of your makeup. So a little bit random, but one of my favorite products are the e.l.f. Mattifying Blotting Papers. I don't know if that's the official name. Again, I'll put them on the screen for you, but they come in this really cute case. And I like this product more than I like other blotting papers because when you open it up, you get a mirror, which is really nice. And then it comes with a little black pad. I'll show you guys a close up because this one is missing the black pad, but I have a couple of these laying around my house. And it has like a sticky surface. So you put it down onto the sheet, it picks up the sheet and you can blot your face, which is really convenient. And then the actual pad has like a bunch of sticky sheets. So once one loses its stickiness, you can just peel it away and there's another one underneath. And I just feel like it's a little bit easier to use, in my opinion, when I'm blotting my face, especially on the go. I just love this because it's a little bit more discreet. It kind of just looks like you're applying powder all over your face, and it's nice to just throw in your bag and go. So if you have oily skin or if you like to blot your face throughout the day, definitely grab this. And my last favorite would just have to be e.l.f. brushes in general. I really enjoy so many of their brushes. Again, they have so many options on the website, so it can be really overwhelming, but in general, I love the Beautifully Precise line. I don't think you can go wrong with them. They're a little bit more expensive, but they're totally worth the money. So wait for a sale and stock up, and they're very, very high quality. They're so much better than a lot of my more expensive brushes. Other than that, I think they also make some great brushes in their other lines too. I do have a video on my favorites. I'll link in the description box below. I don't remember how old it is or the last time that I filmed one, so it might be time for me to film an updated version. So if you guys do want to see that, just let me know in the comments below. But otherwise, those are all of my favorites. Thank you guys so much for watching. I want to hear from you, so make sure you let me know in the comments below which products you love so I can check them out. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love e.l.f. cosmetics. I can't get enough of them, so I'm sure you'll see a lot more e.l.f. videos on my channel in 2018. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.